yesterday, taking down LeBron, AD, and the Lakers in Phoenix, 99-90. A scare with Chris Paul's shoulder, but he did return. He's dealing with soreness, expects to be fine. Game 2. Meanwhile, Anthony Davis had an off night, couldn't get anything going. However, LeBron is confident that when AD takes ownership like this, the next game, expect a turnaround. Here's AD.
There's no way we're winning a game, let alone a series, with me playing the way I play. So, this was on me. I take full responsibility for sure. We'll be better game 2.
All right, Davis shot 5 of 16, had 13 points in game 1, tied for his fewest in a postseason game. AD's 31% field goal percentage Sunday was his worst in a postseason game in his career. Max, was this more about AD or Booker?
Devin Booker. I told everybody going into the game, remember on Friday when I said, that's the dude you have to fear, Devin Booker? Know why? Out of everyone in the NBA, the guy whose offensive game reminds me the most of the Mamba, Kobe Bryant, it's Devin Booker. That's the mini Mamba right there on offense. The footwork, can hit a shot from anywhere, fearless. Let me tell you something. Devin Booker stepped onto the court. First ever playoff game in his career. There's LeBron James. There's Anthony Davis. There's Chris Paul, his teammate. And he was clearly the best player on the floor. Think about that for a second. LeBron, AD, and Chris Paul all going to the Hall of Fame first ballot, all tons of playoff experience, championships everywhere you look. Devin Booker was easily the best player on the floor for his playoff debut. And you know why this doesn't surprise me? I always wondered about Devin Booker. Is he an empty calorie stats guy? He's putting up big numbers and shooting on a bad team. Then I saw what he did in the bubble. 8 games. He averaged 31, 6, and 5, went 8-0. 31, 6, and 5, went 8-0. He was the best player in the bubble during the regular season. He gave him 34, 8, and 7. He was even better when they needed him most. Chris Paul goes down. He's out for a while. When he comes back, you can see him favoring the shoulder. Don't worry about it. Book got this. I know DeAndre and other guys played well for sure, but who was the best player on the floor? Think about that one. It was Devin Booker. Wow. And by the way, I'm not even surprised.
Well, none of us are surprised. The way we've seen LeBron and Anthony Davis look as of late, it was Devin Booker's first game. We saw his play in the bubble. We've seen him throughout this season. And we saw him in his career before Chris Paul ever arrived. And we know what an offensive juggernaut that he is. So next time you want to tell us the sky is blue, feel free. I'm really, really interested in knowing how innovative that is.
Great.
I would tell you is this. This is what I will tell you. Even though I will concede that Devin Booker definitely was the best player on the court last night, and you want to use that as an argument, that's fine. The story is DeAndre Ayton against Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is one of the top 5 players on the planet when healthy. Anthony Davis had an atrocious performance. And Anthony Davis knows it. And I have no doubt that he's going to come back after this because we've seen him respond when he's had questionable performances in the past and make amends immediately. And I fully expect it. Here's what I would say to Anthony Davis. You damn well better have. DeAndre Ayton, let me throw these numbers out for you. 21 points, 16 rebounds. Hit 90% of his shots, 10 of 11 shots. And was a plus 16 when he was on the court. He played 36 plus minutes. Anthony Davis played 38 plus minutes. You were on the court when that brother was
biggest minus in the game.
You were good. And the biggest minus in the game. A minus 18. What is it, Anthony Davis here? Minus 18. Minus 18 with Anthony Davis on the court. Just 5 of 16 shots, 31% shooting from the field. Okay, excuse me. How many rebounds did you have? 7? 7 rebounds? 7 rebounds and shooting 31% from the field. And this young pup, okay, first playoff game, takes it to you like that. Wait a minute. He looked bigger. He looked stronger. He looked like he had more. It's DeAndre Ayton we talking about here. Now, we know he's good. And we know that CP3's been working with him. And we know that CP3 has been in his face and in his ear saying, in order for us to come out of the West, we need you. We know CP3 been preaching that to him all year long. And he's developing and he's got better and he's got better. But to sit up there and to play against Anthony Davis like that, well, to outshine him directly. This is not, Devin Booker, you're an off guard, but Anthony Davis is the big boy and you had better than him. No, this guy plays opposite you.
Right.
It was mano a mano to some degree. He went up against you. We all knew you needed to play like a man amongst boys in order for y'all to beat this Phoenix Suns team, which is really good. And what happened? This brother looked bigger, stronger, faster, more active, like he wanted it more, scored more points than you, had more rebounds than you, shot better from the field than you, and was a better individual from a plus-minus perspective. That is very, very bad, and Anthony Davis has some making up to do in game 2.
You just said, to me, the key was he looked stronger. His physical strength was too much for AD. And the crazy thing about the Suns, as I said, going into this season, he's the biggest question mark. Your number 1 overall draft pick was already pretty good. Your biggest question mark. He plays like that, the Suns are going to be a big problem. Hold on.
I think the Suns going to win.
I'm saying going to be a big problem, period, through the West. Here's the thing about AD, and I also told you this. Last year, in the playoffs, in each round of the playoffs, AD shot better than he normally shoots from the outside. Now, you and Perk are trying to tell me the outside just means the outside the painted area. Really, in the last 10 years, when people say the outside, I'm talking about three-point line. You know, a stretch 4 nowadays or a stretch 5 means you can shoot from the outside, from 3. Get that extra point. And AD was doing that in every series. It's like 38%, 40%. The worst they think he shot in a series is like 33% from outside. That's not AD. Maybe he's just a dude, when the lights shine brightest, he could do that. Maybe LeBron and Rondo are giving him these open looks. Whatever it is, for the Lakers to repeat, he kind of has to be that guy still. Not that he makes his money out there, but he's got to be able to do that. He's not doing that right now. So what does that leave him with? That leaves him with a matchup where on the interior, he's dealing with a young, healthy, physically stronger number 1 overall draft pick who just went, 21 and 16 in the game. Ayton absolutely played well. AD positively did not, and he copped to it. Chris Paul got hurt. LeBron could be better. You can add it all up however you want. Devin Booker was the star of stars, and there were a lot in that game.
Nobody's debating that he was the star of stars. But if Anthony Davis was a man treating DeAndre Ayton like the boy he's supposed to be treated like, by that I mean inexperience, age, the fact that this was his first playoff game. If Anthony Davis had treated him like he was supposed to be treated, the Lakers still walk away winning this game in all likelihood, even with Devin Booker doing what he did, because Anthony Davis would have been that man he was supposed to be. Look at the highlights. Look at what they're showing about. Turn around, fall away jump shots, contested, turn around jump shots on the baseline, pulling up from 3 at the top of the key. You got to go in the post and remind that kid, you're going to have to contend with me. And by the way, I'm tired of this getting ignored. When you have a formidable big man that you're going against, unless you're so significantly undersized, there's nothing you can do. If you're looking at eye level and you're up there with him in weight, girth, whatever, you're supposed to attack him. You know why? Because there's such a thing called foul trouble. You don't get to foul all day long and